So in this little experiment, I'm going to be taking Phthalo Blue and Ultramarine Blue and then going through the complement and carbon black. So when using this chart that I'm providing with you, you're going to take your Phthalo Blue and your Ultramarine Blue in here. You're going to add more Phthalo Blue on this side, add more Ultramarine Blue on this side. Then you're going to take the mix, add the complementary color. Then what you can do, depending, you can then take this mix here, add black, or you can take this mix and add black. I've been with the other videos, I've been just taking this mix, going here, adding the complement, and then taking this mix, going here, adding black. What I'm going to start doing now is taking this mix, adding the complement, then taking this mix, adding the black, and to all the mixes, I'm going to be adding white to lighten the value because it's so hard to see. So we have our Phthalo Blue, which is a blue that leans towards green. Beautiful, intense blue. Then we're going to take our Ultramarine Blue, which is a weaker blue, not so much weak like bad weak. It's not as intense. Ultramarine Blue leans towards violet. This is great for seascapes. This is great for skies, but when you're doing a seascape, the sky is reflected in the water. So I'm going to take roughly equal parts, and Phthalo Blue is going to take over the Ultramarine Blue because it's so much stronger, but we need a base to start with, so we'll just work with equal parts. Right here. So let's add white to that. There we go. Alrighty. That gives us a good start. I'm always rinsing my brush. So to this base mix, and I'm going to make another one. That's roughly equal parts. Yeah, so that'll be for this part here. And every time I'm making the mixtures, they're always a bit different because I'm not using tablespoons and teaspoons to measure. So in this mix, let's see. So now we're going to take our complements. So I'm going to take this mixture right there, and I'm going to take Napthol Red Light. Put that right in here. Napthol Red Light with a little bit of Hansa Yellow Medium. And the reason why I'm doing this, I added too much. The reason why I'm doing this is to the complement, because I want to work with the complement on a blue-green. The complement is a red-orange, but I wanted it to be a little more on the orange side. But I think I added a little too much yellow to that. Let's see. Well, that's, oh, you know what color that looks like? Prussian blue. Prussian blue. That looks like Prussian blue. Add some white to that. Yep. And this Prussian blue is made with Phthalo Blue and black. Here we are. So I better write that down. So that's just on its own, just so you can see how easy it is to mix up the colors. So now I'm going to take, let's see, where am I now? So I'm going to take this mixture and I'm going to add Napthol Red Light, maybe not as much, with Hansa Yellow, just Hansa Yellow to make that orange. And again, you can shift it. That's the whole thing about shifting the colors, is that, where did I put it here? That depending on where, the colors that you go with, just add a bit more of this, a bit more of this. I'm going to gray that down just a little bit more. So Hansa Yellow and Napthol Red Light. You can use Paranone Orange, Vermilion. If you're working with oils, you can use Cat Orange. Orange itself will last you quite a while. There we go. That's even grayer. It's even grayer because Hansa Yellow, no, not so much as gray. It's grayed down, but it's not as dull because we're using Hansa Yellow, which is a neutral. Now where we're going to see an interesting mixture is here, taking this same mix, which is the Phthalo Blue and Ultramarine Blue, and using Hansa Yellow Light for the orange. So Napthol Red Light, Hansa Yellow Light. Let's add white, so I can't see what that color is. It's more intense. Can't tell much, it's more intense. And that would be because the Hansa Yellow Light is a yellow that leans towards green, hence the Phthalo Blue, and Phthalo Blue overpowers Ultramarine Blue. I know it's a lot to take in, you just have to play with the colors. But the whole thing now is just showing you how easy it is to get all these colors to paint seascapes, that you don't have to buy a gazillion colors to do that. Okay, so that's with the complement. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the mixture, equal parts, and I'm going to add just black, and we'll see what we get. Add white, can't see. It's a much more intense blue. But again, I made up a fresh mixture. So what if I added too much Phthalo Blue, or maybe I added too much Ultramarine Blue? Let's try that experiment. Take a bit more Ultramarine Blue, right on the dirty brush, and go here. Add white. Use the brush. Take that mixture. Oh, I'm out of Phthalo Blue. Oh, that's always a nice noise. Add it to that. That should be with the black, yep. So that's more Phthalo Blue. Wow, look at that. So you can tell that is more in the middle. And all these colors are in Seascapes. And again, everything I'm working with here is in my limited palette except for Carbon Black. Carbon Black is in my extended palette. Hansa Yellow Medium I don't usually use a lot of because I use Derylid Yellow. But these are more common colors that you can find in your paint thing. And if I would say in your arsenal of colors, you probably have something close to Hansa Yellow Light. If it's not Hansa Yellow Light, you may see it as a primary yellow, or even maybe a lemon yellow, something like that, school bus yellow. Because you can do this color mixing thing as well with some student grade acrylics. And I'm looking forward to doing this experiment with DecoArt's new tube acrylics, which is coming out anytime now. All right, so with this, and now to further push this, you can then take these colors, add a bit of yellow to them. What happens? To shift everything towards green. So you can go on and on and on with all these colors, but you can see that I'm still using this limited palette. And although I didn't use alizarin crimson, because that works well with phthalo green to make achromatic black. So this is the only color I really haven't used a lot of. Haven't used a lot of this, but Hansa Yellow Light for sure. Phthalo Blue, Ultramarine Blue, and then the red, and that makes my orange. So you can see that just by having the same colors, you can really boost up the amount of colors that you can make.